Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin if you're new today, and welcome to our home. I have spent most of this weekend outside in the flower bed, so it is time to get our home ready for the week. I have a huge to-do list. We're going to start off in this bedroom. I may not make up my bed during the week, but I like to keep it made on the weekend, so we'll start here by just quickly making up the bed. If you have a huge to-do list like I do, hit that thumbs up button for me, get that list out, and let's get to picking up the house for the week. Now, let me say real fast, I am not someone that has a very fancy bed. I've never really been someone that had lots of throw pillows and lots of pretty things on my bed, so it's just very casual here in the Lowe house. These sheets come from Target. They're at the Threshold line, and I love their sheets. The quilt came from Amazon. I actually have this particular quilt in several different colors. This is just one of my favorite quilts. And again, I get it off of Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it below, or I'll just link my Amazon link below. And anything you see in this room is pretty much from Amazon or from Target. And I'll have it linked below in the description box. Those curtains are also from Amazon. I love that boho look. I've used those for several years. And then I just have a simple linen duvet cover here on the bed and just some simple throw pillows. I believe those throw pillows there also came from Amazon. They're actually just pillow covers with that sweet little scalloped edge around those pillows. So very simple here, very casual here on this bed, nothing too fancy. If you're new today, again, I'm Robin. I'm married to my husband, Derek. And we just offer very simple living here on this channel. My channel is about 5 years old. Derek and I are empty nesters. However, we still work a full-time job outside of the house. So I work full-time and I have this wonderful full-time YouTube channel. So we keep it very real and very simple around here. So if that is something that you're interested in, I'd love it if you would take a second, hit that subscribe button for me, and maybe introduce yourself to me in the comment section. We just had our 8th grandbaby. And I keep forgetting to insert a picture of Amelia here, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go ahead and include Lainey, her older sister. Lainey is 2, and Amelia is just a couple of weeks old. They belong to our youngest son, Jay, and his wife, Vanessa. And for anyone out there that sent prayers up for that safe delivery, our family greatly appreciates you because everything went perfectly, and God has truly blessed us with another grandbaby. Okay, now that I've made my bed up, back into my bedroom, such a good feeling, let's open up this rug that I got to go in my my office / grandkids playroom. I don't show that very often, but I've needed a big rug in there for quite some time, and hopefully this is the one to do it. I got this off of TikTok shop. I think it's an 8x10. I'll show you it in just a second. And then I'm also going to show you around my home decor closet that's in my office / grandkids playroom. I've had several people ask where I keep my extra home decor, and most of my seasonal stuff is stored outside in our shed, but my everyday things that I can just change in and out for all the occasions, I leave in my closet in that office. So I'll show you around that home decor closet after we get the rug down. So let's open up the rug, let me show it to you, and then I'm just going to vacuum off camera. You just saw me vacuum, and then we'll put the rug down and see what it looks like. Okay, can y'all see the sneak peek of it? If you know me, you know that I love to decorate with floral items. That's just one of my favorite things to do. So when I saw this floral rug on TikTok, I'm like, oh my, let's pray it's as pretty in person as it was online.
I think I'm gonna take it into the bedroom, put it on the floor and open it up instead of opening it up in here. I think that's a better idea. Okay, so let me show you around my office slash grandkids playroom. This room has multi purposes. It's the TV room for the grandkids. We've got our walking pad in here. I display all of my family pictures in here. This is my home decor closet. I'll show you guys that after we get through with the rug. A little sitting area. I love to sit here and just try to do a Bible study or just have some quiet time. This is one of my favorite spots in the house. And then over here, we've got this little petition so you can kind of block off the kids' toys. That was Derek's rocking chair when he was little. That was Derek's little giraffe when he was little. That was Derek's toy box when he was little. So lots of precious memories here. This was my youngest son Jay's room when he lived here. So I still have some of his favorite pictures up. Just didn't want to take everything down. I just love looking at them. They bring back such precious memories, especially of my mother-in-law. I need to fix that picture, but that's one of our favorite pictures of our Nene. Oh, okay. She also made that poster for Jay. So this and that picture back there, I'm sorry, was also Derek's. And then here's my desk area. I don't do a lot of editing in here, but when I do, this is my desk. And I just love this little area here. So again, a little bit of me, a little bit of the grandkids. So let's get this rug out and see if it's going to fit in this little area right here in front of the television. I forgot to look, but I believe this is an 8x10. I believe I got the biggest one that this floral print was sold in, so I believe this is an 8x10. And it's also a washable rug. I could never see me putting a rug in my washing machine. Now I do put my bath rugs in the washing machine, but I could never see me putting an 8x10 in my washing machine. But let me know in the comment section if you've washed a large rug in your washing machine before and it didn't tear up your washing machine. That scares me just a little. Oh, I love the pattern so much. And it may be a little bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my, let's see. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Okay, before I unroll it, let me just show you how super thin it is. This is actually what sold me on this rug, was just how thin it was. Love that. And there's the backing of it. So the fact that it was so thin and then this gorgeous floral print sold me on this rug. Okay, friends, I finally got her rolled out. I did have to go underneath this dresser, underneath the grandkids' toy box, underneath that chair, but it wasn't too bad. I didn't film that because, oh my gosh, I would have looked ridiculous. So I just wanted to show you guys the after effects of the rug rolled out. It looks sensational. I think just the color of this rug just brightens up this room. I love the floral print so much. And y'all, this carpet is super duper soft. So I'm so happy with this. It looks so good in here. Let me know what you think. I need to get some things put back out, but for now, this is what the rug looks like, and I think I had a pretty good choice off of the TikTok shop. I know you never know what you're gonna get, but I love this so much. Okay, so now let me give you a sneak peek of my decor closet for all of y'all that are new and maybe haven't seen this before. I've only showed it a couple times here on my channel, but this is the extra closet that's in here. When Jay moved out and I started my channel, I needed somewhere to store my extra decor. Here's where it goes. So you'll see in just a second, I've got 2 large shelves in here, and I have 2 of these over the door shelves here that look wonderful. I get those off of Amazon. I got those off of Amazon. I'll link those below. And then one shelf was given to me, and the other shelf I think might have come from Walmart. So let me move this basket out of the way here, and then let me show you around my decor closet. Okay, so here's my decor closet. Again, I've had a channel now for like 5 years, so I have collected a lot of decor pieces. So please don't come at me in the comment section. Before I started my YouTube channel, I definitely did not have any extra home decor like this. I might have had some maybe for Easter, some maybe for Christmas, but I definitely did not have a lot of extra home decor when I started my channel. So I have just built this collection over the past 5 years. And then again, I keep my Christmas items, my fall items, and some of my summer and spring out in the big shed that we have outside. And then just my everyday decor that I could just, you know, pull from on a daily basis tends to go in this little closet right here. So it's organized as good as I can organize it. I do try to like have a home decor sale once a month on Facebook. I haven't done that in a while. I need to do that so I can kind of, you know, decor out, decor in, but this is what I have so far, so let me show you around. All right, now I also wanted to show this for any of my YouTubers out there that also have a decorating channel. This will kind of maybe inspire you to pick a closet out in your house and make a home decor closet. I also have this hall closet right here that I could probably use, but this one in here just works a little bit better. So what I try to do is I've got a couple of shelves again, and I just try to rearrange. I keep my pictures down there in that basket, my smaller things on this shelf and on this shelf. As you can see, it's a little dark in there, guys. I don't have a lot. I have lots of extra lamps, and those go at the very top up there, if you can see that. And then I love a good mug holder, so I have lots of mug holders, lots of candlesticks. I've got wreaths here, just a little bit of it all. I try to keep my kitchen stuff over here. I've got my extra baskets hanging here, and then some little faux plants that fit there. I keep my trays back here. I have some nails on the wall. And let's see, all my faux plants, my bigger faux plants over here. And so this is pretty much how I rearrange, or how I arrange this decor closet. I pretty much know where everything is. It can get out of hand at times, but for the most part, this is what it looks like. So anyway, I just want to show you guys around for you that have been asking, Robin, where do you keep all that extra home decor? Here's where I keep it. Okay, before we move on to the next room and our next chore, let me go over something that I've also been promising you guys to show for quite some time. I have several of you asking about my savings binders and how I save for my different projects. I mentioned that a pretty good bit here on my channel. And since I've started my YouTube channel, I started getting an actually paycheck from YouTube, which is so fun because this is a full-time job for me. If you're new today, I work outside of the house full-time, and I have this YouTube channel, and I post every Wednesday and Sunday here on the channel, so it's definitely a full-time job. But because I was starting to get a paycheck, I wanted to actually see where my money was going, you know, keeping a profit, putting some into savings, because my main goal when I started this channel was to help Derek and I, you know, keep putting more money back so that when we decide to retire, which hopefully would be soon, we'll have a little bit of a better nest egg. So that was really my number one goal in starting my channel. And then number two, I just wanted to do it because I just knew I would love it. Even if no one watched it, I really loved watching cleaning and decorating videos. And so I really wanted to do it myself. So anyway, here we are today. So I started a cash binder just for my YouTube channel. And so you can skip forward, guys, if you're not interested in this at all. I won't take very long. But for the ones of you that are interested, let me show you how I keep my savings binder specifically for my YouTube check. Okay, so here is my savings binder. Now you can buy some inexpensive binders off of Amazon. I did that when I first started saving about 5 years ago. I bought my first binders off of Amazon. However, I also have a lot of YouTubers that I love to watch. The Millennium Dollar, the Aesthetic Dollar, Michaela's Creation. There's a lot of Etsy and YouTubers out there that I love to watch. I'll link them below in my description box. Okay, so let's start with my binder. So you open it up. I like to decorate my binder. So just some little inspirational quotes. This is just a little placeholder for what I actually have in the bank, because most of my cash is in the bank when it comes to my taxes and my savings, but a lot I also keep in my binder just to have cash. So for instance, I've got an antique shopping envelope. So on my lunch hour, or if I know I'm going to go antique shopping, I just pop this into my wallet in my purse, and this is what I'll take along with me. So I think right now I've got maybe $30 in here, but when I get my YouTube paycheck, I just budget it out, and I budget every penny into this little binder. So I usually put, depending on how big my check is, I think my check last month was around $900. And so the first thing I do when I get that is, of course, I take out, I think I do 20%, and let's see if I can find it. Sorry, I thought I was going to try to get this as easy as I could. Where is that one? Here it is. YouTube taxes. I leave my YouTube taxes actually in the bank. And then, of course, I have a little running list back here of what I have in the bank. But I do not take this out. I leave this in the bank just to draw interest. And I just don't want all that money hanging out in my binder. So that's the first thing I do, is take out for YouTube taxes. And then my different categories are, I just have a little savings challenge. It's called Sweater Weather. And you just put $5. So each paycheck I get, I take out $5 and put it in my little binder here. And I think my goal is $240. And I don't know how much I have right now, but that's just a way to spend or to save some extra money. And then you saw my taxes envelope. And then once I get through all of my envelopes, if I have any money left, I'll put that into profit. If you can see, I've spent all my profit this month, but it wasn't very much. I usually end up having a little bit over $100 when I get done with all of my envelopes. So there's my profit one. This is my treat yourself envelope. Right now it's empty. So, $50 or so just to treat myself to something. And then here's my tithing envelope. I like to donate to the church and then to our local radio station. And I love Joyce Meyer. So that's what my tithing envelope is for, because I believe my YouTube channel is only, God is the one showing me favor for my YouTube channel. So I must give back and praise Him for allowing me to have a YouTube channel. So there's my tithing envelope. There's my Target envelope. And then summer decor, subscriptions. So like I have Pick Monkey, and let's see, what else do I have? I have another subscription that I have to use. Oh, Epidemic Sound. I pay them yearly so that that helps with my YouTube channel. So those are subscriptions that I have to give monthly. Then let's see what's next. There's my savings. So I try to save 20% of it goes to taxes and 20% of my check goes to savings. And again, I don't leave it in here. I just have a running balance, and that cash stays in the bank. So there's my savings envelope. And then I have a miscellaneous envelope. I have a home projects envelope. That's a big one. A giveaway. Right now it's empty because I just had my 16,000 subscriber giveaway. So it's empty, but I try to contribute to that because I love giving back to you guys. And then my fall decor envelope, my equipment, in case my tripod breaks or I need something for, electronically for my business. I've got some money in equipment. Christmas decor, that's a big one I have to save up for. And then, of course, back to my antique shopping. And as you can see, let me show you my Christmas decor. I keep a little running tracker. So every time I deposit some money, I keep a running track of how much I have for my Christmas decor. I think this started the first of the year, and I've got $80 in there so far. So that's pretty much how I save up for, things I do here on the channel. So if I'm going to, have a big project at home, paint something and need some money for a home project, I pull from here. For instance, I'm going to go out and buy some upcoming, summer decor for the house. And then I'll go back to my summer decor envelope, and this is where this will come from. So when you see me do like thrift hauls and things like that, and you think, oh, Robin's spending a lot of money, this is how I'm allowed to do it, by saving this money and then having it there for when I need to go buy something. So, okay, so that's pretty much how I save my money for my YouTube. And I just wanted to share that with you guys for anyone that was interested. Okay, let's move on. Let's unload the dishwasher real fast, and then we'll move on to our next chores.
In my last Garden With Me video, it was extra long. So I did a Q&A. I asked over on Instagram for you guys to leave me some questions, and I pretty much answered almost all the questions. I didn't get my friend Elizabeth's question answered, and she just asked about how easy or how hard it was to become empty nesters, how to transition from, a house full of kids to just Derek and I. And looking back, I guess I could say Derek and I had a pretty easy transition, just because even when our kids went off to college, they didn't go very far, just a few hours away. So we live in Texas, and they actually went to universities here in Texas also. So that helped tremendously. But none of them ever moved back into the house after college, but they did find their own homes, close to us. So even to this day, all of our children, all of our grandchildren just live, a couple of, say, 20 minutes is the furthest they live from us. So they were always very, still very close at home. And so that helped us tremendously transition again from a full house just down to Derek and I. And then I started this YouTube channel during that time. So that definitely took some of my extra time and didn't give me a lot of time to, reminisce and be sad about that. Even though it is sad, it is hard. And just the fact that Derek and I have raised three productive, wonderful children also helped us in that transition. We could not ask for better children.
Okay, y'all, I've got to show you these sweet little plant flags that Courtney and the grandkids gave me for Mother's Day. They are so, so cute. I don't have a lot of live plants right now in the house. I'll get more as spring continues. But I do have a couple of plants I want to put these little flags in because I'm dying to use them. They are adorable. If you know me, I am such a plant girl, and so these are right up my alley. So I'm going to give you a close-up, and then we're going to put them in a couple of plants that I have in the house. Okay, so let me show you real quickly. There are 5 felt plant flags. They say like, don't stop believing. I'm a sucker for you. They are adorable. So let's get them put out in the house real fast. Okay, since this little plant is a succulent, let's put I'm a sucker for you in this one. How sweet. Okay, so there's that one. Sweet, sweet. I also have this plant that I could put one in, but he's a little too high and you wouldn't really be able to see the little flag in that one. So we're just gonna do the one that's down here in the window. Okay, let's add that I will survive to this one. There, it'll kind of, I'll do the yellow one because it'll kind of stand out more. Oh my goodness, they are adorable. Okay, for the last one, let's add in the please don't die to this one over here in the corner. Oh my goodness. I've got 2 more left. The pretty fly for a cacti and the don't stop believing. Oh my god, no, don't stop leafing. Oh my goodness. I am just a sucker for little things like this. It's the simple things in life that bring me such joy. But I'm gonna save these. I've got to decorate my new potting bench that's on my back porch. And so I'm gonna save these to put in the little plants on there. I think that'd be super cute. So, okay, so now that I've got these distributed to the house, let's move on to another chore. Okay, I was gonna film making spaghetti tonight. However, Derek just got home from golf and he wants to try a different recipe tonight. So I did thaw out some hamburger meat. When I do my hamburger meat, when he brings it in from Sam's, I flatten it and put it in a gallon bag, and this is how we store it in the freezer. So it stores a little bit easier than than a fat pound of meat. So I flatten mine out. Okay, so I'm going to start browning this meat, and Derek's going to take a shower, and then we're going to show you what we're going to make for supper tonight. And in the meantime, I also need to hang my little peg rack that I got over here in this little area that I picked up when I went thrift shopping with Charlotte on our girls' trip through Arkansas. I need to hang that tonight and decorate it. So, but first, let's get the ground beef browning.
Last rodeo written on my back window. I've never tried this before I met you. Here we go into the wideness unknown.
Okay, so here's the area that I wanted to hang my new green accordion rack. It is super, super cute. It's my green. And when I bought it, my intentions were to either change it with the one that's over by the hutch, change out that accordion rack. If it didn't go here, I could put it over there, but I think it's gonna fit here perfectly. So here's where we're gonna hang it, right here. Oh my gosh, isn't that super, super cute? Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so it's gonna hang. We're gonna try it out right here and see what we think.
You seem to shift what I thought that I knew. Kaleidoscope, both of us changing our pattern with every spin. Oh, kaleidoscope, glass bits and pieces from planets that I've never been. I am fixated on every new shape you're making.
All right, if you happen to be new today, this is gonna be a little odd, but I love collecting kitchen towels, and this is where I store a lot of my kitchen towels. Some of my seasonal ones are out in the shed, but my everyday ones I keep in here. I could go with this really pretty, I really wanna hang a kitchen towel there, so I could go with this pretty green and white one. I've got some just simple neutral beige ones. Oh, let me do this one. Yeah, this one's a really pretty. Let me think who gave this to me. I have so many great friends that most of them have YouTube channels, some of them do not, and they send me happy mail all the time. I have several things I need to show you guys that were sent to me here lately. My friend Elaine sent me some beautiful strawberry stuff, but I'm gonna show you that when I decorate outside. I'll show you that later, but she sent me some cute strawberry stuff. And then Carol sent me, I think this came in her goodie package. I can't remember when she sent her last package, but she sent me some really pretty things. But this, Carol, I think you sent me 2 packages. This last package had some Pioneer Woman items in it, and I'll show that when I do my summer decorating. But I think, Carol, you had sent me this months back in one of my first packages that you ever sent me, and I never have used it. So I think the little green leaves and the little blue flowers is gonna look really pretty right here. So let's try it out here on the peg rack. Okay, I think for today's video, y'all, I'm just gonna leave a little tea towel here. I'll be decorating with some strawberry touches pretty soon for summer, so I may save this area for something else. So I think just for today, I'm just gonna decorate with this tea towel and then leave this area alone so I can start adding my strawberry touches into my kitchen.
summer, spring, steady and bleak, wintering. You are a lantern to me in the stardust.
All right, now we're just going to finish up what I call our breakfast casserole. I did not have any ground sausage today. I would normally also brown some ground sausage and throw it in here with the hamburger meat, but I didn't have any. So it's just this hamburger meat. It's just some eggs and some milk. I like to put a little sweet cream or heavy cream into this also, and some cheese, and throw it in a casserole dish and bake it up. Very, very simple if you need something easy for a night or a morning. And so I fixed it, and it pretty much lasted us a couple of days for the week. So very simple dinner here.
Kaleidoscope, both of us changing our pattern with every spin. Oh, kaleidoscope, glass bits and pieces from planets that I've never been. I'm fixated on every new shape you're making.
Okay, my living room looks pretty good. I do have a couple of things of towels to fold, of course. But besides that, the den looks pretty good. I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers on television. I'm trying to walk slow. Let me grab the remote because I never can say her name to her channel correctly. So let me just pull it up here so that you guys can see what it's called. Coco Natasha. But she has a wonderful little channel. She is adorable. She makes t-shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of sweet little things, and her personality is adorable. She's from London, so I love her little accent. So anyway, check her out, guys. I'll link her below. So let's get these towels folded real fast.
If you're new today, whenever you see a lot of clothes on my couch to be folded, that just means I did not get a lot of chores done during the week. As I said before, I still work an 8 to 5 job outside of the house, and I try to do one load of laundry every day. I know it's just Derek and I, but we still have a lot of laundry. And I try really hard when those clothes get dry. I try to put them on my folding table in my utility room and fold them right away. And sometimes during the week, I just don't get that done. So that's why you're seeing a lot of clothes on the couch today, because I apparently did not get any of my chores done during the week.
Okay, now we're gonna head outside. I bought some new bird feeders I need to put up. You can't see that one from here, but the squirrels have devoured that one. So I have a new bird feeder to put up there, and then one on the other side of the yard. Dirk is filling up the pool, so if you hear water going, oh, you look at Mr. Green Frog there, y'all, enjoying the weather. These bird feeders filled up. Look how gorgeous this one is. This one came from Lowe's. So pretty. This one was just a real inexpensive one that I'm going to put out on the other one that you just saw. So let's get these bird feeders put up, and we'll put them out where they go.
And friends, if y'all see me talking to someone during this segment, I'm not actually talking to myself. Derek is behind me filling up the pool. This was definitely our yard day today. The day before, I had got in the yard and planted up all of my flower beds. Derek did some weed eating. As you can see in the back, just for a second there, you can see we have things being burned in our burn barrel. We definitely live out in the country, out of the city limits, and so we try to burn as much, I get a lot of Amazon boxes in, let's say that, for my YouTube channel, so we try to get those boxes burned. Don't have the best recycling system here in our little town, so anyway, I don't know what's better, recycling it, burning it, I don't know, but that's what we do with our Amazon boxes. So we are definitely going to be working in the yard today as far as filling up our bird feeders and filling up the pool. In next week's video, I've got a pool cleaner coming from a company that I cannot wait to try out. We've had our above ground pool for several years now. We've never invested in like an automatic pool cleaner, and so I was very excited to get that, to try it out. So you'll see that in, I think, next week's video. So here's a shot of Derek cleaning the pool. Our pool is not very big, but let me tell you what, our grandkids thoroughly enjoy it, and I try to enjoy it as much as I can. There's nothing better than turning some country music on, getting on a float, and getting a tan line started, that's for sure. So you see me putting out the bird feeders. Our squirrels, I've heard that there are bird feeders where squirrels cannot get into, and I really need to invest in some of those. But for the moment, I'm feeding the birds and feeding the squirrels with this particular bird feeder because it's hilarious. I can look out my bedroom window and see the squirrels like stretched out trying to get to that bird feed. Okay, now that our bird feeders are up, we're just going to take the time and water some plants. Have definitely been on the lookout for some new furniture for this back deck. This furniture has seen its best days, and I am trying to search for some. I think I want a couch. I want a couple of maybe rocking chairs that swivel. So I've been on the lookout for some patio furniture. So fingers crossed in the next video where you see this back deck, it'll have some new furniture. Very excited about that. Okay, so now that we've got the back porch plants watered, I'm going to move around to the flower beds that I mentioned that I planted up yesterday on this day, and we're going to get our new plants watered. Those are sage plants there along the deck, and then we'll water our new flowers. You can't really see them here, but there's new perennial flowers in my new flower beds. I am definitely a beginning gardener. I do love working in my yard. It just brings me such joy. But if you want to see where I cleaned out my flower beds and planted all my perennials, I did it pretty much step by step. I'll link that video below. It's extra long, so be ready. But I do show you guys cleaning out the flower beds and planting everything. So I feel like it's a pretty good beginner video for anyone that wants to watch that.
Okay, friends, I'm going to end this video here. We still have supper in the oven. It's not quite ready yet. I'll probably wash a few dishes that's in the sink just to have the kitchen a little cleaned up before it's ready. We'll eat off paper plates so we won't have any dishes to wash after supper's ready. So thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out to the very end. I appreciate you guys. If you're new, make sure you introduce yourself to us in the comment section. Maybe your name, where you're from. We love hearing where everyone's from. And again, for all my returning subscribers, thank you for hanging out with me today. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, friends.